I'm Trina and this is Top 10 Tuesday. Don't forget to check out my Tuesday talks, which already went up if you missed that one. Top 10 Tuesday was created by the ladies over at the blog The Broke and the Bookish, and I will have a link to their topic list down below. This is open to all bloggers and booktubers. This week's topic is the top 10 books on my spring TBR list. So because of my library ban, I am quite behind on all things new releases, and there are definitely more than 10 that I could put on here. So what I am doing today is focusing only on books that are actually releasing this spring, and to me that includes March, April, and May. A couple of these books are already out because they were released in early March, and I don't really know a lot about some of them. I've just been hearing about them everywhere, but I'm gonna try to do this because I like talking about new releases, and I hope you guys are interested to see what I'm looking forward to that's about to come out. Okay, let's see. At number 10 is The Orphan Queen by Jodi Meadows. I know nothing about this book other than I think maybe it already came out and people are already talking about it. I don't know, I think it's something about fantasy, so I am looking forward to it. Even though I can't tell you what it's about. Number 9 is Simon versus the Homo Sapiens Agenda by Becky. That is not the right name. Autocorrect got me on this one, so I don't know the author's actual last name. It's Albertalli. Okay, Simon versus the Homo Sapiens Agenda by Becky Albertalli. I think what made me really add it to my TBR and get very interested in it was one of the tea time videos by Epic Reads. I think it was Aubrey said that it was her best book she had read, maybe of all of last year, even though it was releasing this year because she had the advanced copy, obviously. So that just made me kind of think, best book of the year or best book she's read in a while. That sounds interesting, and I've seen nothing but positive reviews for this book so far, so I am definitely curious in picking that one up. Number 8 is Miss Mayhem by Rachel Hawkins. This is book number 2 in the Rebel Belle series. This was one of those books that I expected to be really hokey and kind of cheesy, and it kind of was, but it was such a fun book. It was very funny and sassy and different because it is kind of a paranormal romance, but it was just a very different element that I've seen done in a lot of YA paranormal stories, and I cannot wait to get my hands on this sequel, Miss Mayhem. I don't know when by the way, I don't know when any of these books come out, so but they come out this spring. Number 7, I really want to read Vanishing Girls by Lauren Oliver. I don't know what this story is about, but I added it just because I wanted to read a new YA book by Lauren Oliver because I do love her writing and I like her YA stories. Not so much a fan of her adult book. Number 6 is a book that I actually haven't heard very much about at all, but I am so interested in this. It is Lois Lane Fallout by Gwenda Bond. All I know about this book is it is about a young Lois Lane, and she meets a guy online whose screen name is like Smallville Guy, which, hello, is Clark Kent. Like, I am a Superman nut, and all of these like Genesis stories I am into, and I just think having a book series instead of a comic or TV or movie series about Lois, especially focusing on Lois instead of focusing on Clark, I just think it's going to be very interesting to my inner nerd, and I really haven't heard much about it, but I'm geeking out excited about it. Number 5 is P.S. I Still Love You by Jenny Han. This is the sequel to All the Boys I Loved Before. I just thought it was extremely cute and fluffy, and sometimes you really just need those books in your life. And the way that first book ended made me really need this second book like right away. I cannot wait to find out what happens with Lara Jean and any of these boys, and I know who I want her to end up with, so that better happen. Number 4 is The Winner's Crime by Marie Rutkowski. This is the second book in the Winner's Trilogy? I think it's called the Winner's Trilogy. The first book was called The Winner's Curse. This story is a fantasy world, but there's not really any magic, at least not yet. Our main character is the daughter of a general, and the whole story really just focuses on political intrigue and class systems and war. Plus, there is this romantic relationship in book 1 that was just so swoony. How I need to know what happens next. Like, I need this book yesterday. Number 3 is Crimson Prison Bound by Rosamund Hodge. It is a retelling of Little Red Riding Hood. I really liked her debut novel. It just really worked for me, and it's really dark, and I'm really looking forward to see what she does with the Little Red Riding Hood story. I think it's going to be great. Number 2 on my list is a little bit silly, and I'm sure some of you guys are gonna roll your eyes at me. A lot of people really do not like this series, but I am a fan, and I don't think it's perfect, but it's just fun and enjoyable. So book number 2 for me is The Heir by Kira Cass. This is book number 4 in the Selection series, which was originally going to be a trilogy, but she decided to write a couple more books in that series, but they are set about, well, they can't be 10 years later because that would be awkward. Like probably like 16 or 17 years after the events of the main trilogy happen. This is about a new character whose parents we knew from the first series, and yeah, I'm sure you can tell by the cover what's going on. Probably going to be a female version of the Selection. I'm not even going to make any apologies. I am just so looking forward to this because I think it's going to be quite fun, and I can't wait to get my hands on it. And number 1 on my list, my most anticipated spring release, is A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. I need it now. Just give me this book. Sarah J. Maas is one of my favorite authors, and I love fairy tale retellings, and A Court of Thorns and Roses is a retelling of Beauty and the Beast. It is a high fantasy series. I think there are fairies or fae in it. I've been looking forward to this book for what feels like 2 years now. I need it. So those are the top 10 books on my spring TBR list. Gotta love allergies. Definitely let me know down below if you are looking forward to any of these books, or let me know what books you most want to read this spring. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the comments. Bye!